Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we are going to see exception handling in JavaScript. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing so you won't miss any future content. Now let's start the video. Yes, so exception handling in JavaScript is a concept where it is used to handle the exceptions or the errors. Okay, so whatever errors we are going to get it. So in order to get like have it properly. Okay, so what happen is like when you run the JavaScript program and if suppose a error come. Okay, so the execution will going to stop and the other things will not going to be executed. Okay, so in this exception handling, what exactly will going to happen is whatever error came, it will going to be executed as well as it will going to visible to us exactly. Okay, what is the error and where it is coming from? Everything we can know. Okay, so using the exception handling. So let's see what are the different types we have to handle the exception. Okay, so first let's create an exception. Okay, if I say exception, I am talking about the errors which we can get it in the JavaScript program. Okay, so let's try to get a simple error. So what I'll do is I'll create a count equal to 20, and after that I'll create the count variable with the let keyword. So as we know that it will going to throw that error that the count is not there or something. Okay, so let's log as well. We don't need to log, but I'm just showing here. So let's do the console and let's see. Okay, so yeah, let me take it on the right side, the PowerShell, because this is a new update actually. So now let me run this file. Okay, so I'll say 36 file, and now you see this is the error we are getting. It's saying like cannot access count before initialization. Okay, so suppose what we are doing is we are running a big program. Okay, but error is coming in a particular method. So at that time we don't want to stop the method. We just want to get the error, but the remaining execution should happen. Okay, so in those kind of cases we can get the exception handling properly. Okay, so let's take example. So how exactly we can do this exception handling? So before that I'll just do a console and I'll say start, and after this I'll have one more console and I'll say end. Okay, so let's run this one more time to see what is happening exactly. Okay, now you see here we are getting start. Okay, this console is logged, and then we are getting this error, and at the end we don't have this end console. Okay, so it means the execution is stopped here. Okay, so in this case what we can do is we can use exception handling. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to wrap the code whatever we want inside the try block. Okay, so what is try block? Try block will contain our code. Okay, so this block you see here to here will contain the code. Okay, so this is our code. So let's keep inside the try block, and you see some issues will come because once you use try block it should be having a catch block as well. Okay, so catch block, so let's see what catch block will do. Okay, so catch block will have a parameter called error. Okay, so you can take whatever name you want here in the parameter, but it will throw a error. Okay, so from the catch block we can catch the error whichever is happening inside the try block. Okay, so try block will contain our code, and if any issue comes inside the try block it will going to go to the catch block. Okay, so here we can catch the error and we can log the error. Okay, so let's do this and let's save it. Okay, so now if I run again, okay, I'm just not going to clear this console, let it be like this, so we can have an idea. Okay, what is happened earlier without try catch block and with try catch block. Okay, so let's run this file 36, and now you see instead of breaking the program or stopping the execution, it simply said start, and then it simply returns the error, like it means log the error, and it will uh, continuing the execution and it's printing the end here. Okay, so that's the end console. So with this try catch we can handle any exception we want. Okay, so this is a simple example using try catch block. So we have to understand what is try and catch block. Try will contains your code. Okay, whatever it may be, how many lines it may be, it will contain it. Okay, so it's up to you how many try catch block you want to create, but for now, like, let's have one. So try block will contain your code, and catch block will going to catch the exception which is occurred in the try block. Okay, if a error is there outside the try block, it will not going to catch it. Okay, whatever inside the try block, it will going to catch it. Okay, so that's how the exception handling work. We have to use try catch block. Okay. Yes. So let's see one more keyword from the exception handling, or I can say a block. Okay. So right now you can see we have try block and catch block. Okay. We can say block to this. Okay. So these are two blocks, and one more will have a finally block. Okay. So we have to use in this way only. First try will go, and then try will contain our code, and then we'll have a catch block. After this, we'll have a finally block. Okay. So finally, and then directly curly braces, no parenthesis at all. Okay, so this will be there. So let's understand what finally block will do. Okay, so if any exception comes in try block, catch will going to catch it, but irrespective of error is there or not, doesn't matter, the finally block definitely runs. Okay, so let's see how exactly it works. Okay, so let me just console it, and I'll say finally block. Okay, this way. So right now you see we will get a error here. That's because let I have created I have declared later, but I am using it first, so that's why it will going to throw a error. Okay, so let's run this file again, and let's see. Okay, now you see the start console, we got it. Then it just printed the error, whatever error is there, without stopping execution, because we are using try and catch block. And then as we use finally block, it ran this finally block code. Okay, so and then lastly end console will be executed. Okay, so finally is nothing but irrespective of you are getting error in the try block or not, finally block will going to run. Okay, and let's remove this error by putting it to the before, and now you see we don't have any error. It will not going to complain anything, it will just going to print the count. Okay, so let's run this again, and you see we got start, and then we got 20 as the number, and then we got the finally block here. As I said, if the error is there or not, the finally block will definitely going to run, and after that we have the end. Okay, so this is how try catch and finally blocks work. Yes. So as we saw what is exception handling and how we can handle the errors in JavaScript using try, catch, and finally block. So let's see how we can define a custom errors. Okay. So if I say custom error, right? So here in this condition, you can see this. If I put it here, so I am initializing the count first, and then I am declaring the count variable. Okay, so these rules, whatever whoever is defined this is like system defined. Okay, system defined rule, but we can define our own rules, and we can throw the exceptions. Okay, using the throw keyword. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Okay, so let's have here custom error, and let's create a function. Okay, so what function does is it takes two numbers, and it will going to it will going to add this like it will going to make a sum and print the sum. Okay, so that we are going to do. So let's create a function add numbers, and I'll say a comma b, and here I'll have a log, and let me do this so we can see entire thing, and I'll use backticks so that I can have a string plus the variables inside this. So here I'll say sum of a and b is, and then dollar curly braces, I'll say a plus b. Okay, so this is what it is, and here I'll have add number, I'll invoke it, so with the 2 comma 5 value. Okay, so let's log this, and let's see let's run this, and let's see okay what exactly will happen now. Okay, so if I say node 36, and you can see sum of a and b is 7. Okay, it's saying the sum of this. Okay, so assume that we have a 2 as a string. Okay, now what will going to happen? Okay, so let's run it again, and let's see what will be the output. Now you see it's saying sum of A and B is 25. We provided 2 as a string, that's why it concatenated the 2 and 5 and saying the 25. This is not the correct thing. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to define our own rules so that user should only provide the number. Okay, numbers only. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Okay, so first thing what I'll do is I'll say if type of A triple equal to number and type of B triple equal to number. Okay, so whenever A type is number and B type is also number, then what I'll do here is I'll going to print this. Okay, this statement I'll put it inside. Let's have some spaces here so we can see it properly. Yes. Okay, so whenever this condition is true, okay, so this and operators means like if both are true, then only it will going to be executed. Okay, so if it is not numbered, then what we can do here is we can use the throw keyword to throw a error. Okay, the custom errors we can throw. Okay, so the keyword name is throw. Okay, so let's see how we can use that. Okay, so let's have some spaces and throw. Okay, and double quotes and say the error name. Okay, so only numbers are accepted. Okay, so this is our custom error. Okay, so let's see how exactly this will going to work. Okay, so let me bring back this and let's run our file. Okay, so 36 and let's run it. Now you see it's saying here only numbers are accepted. Okay, again whenever a error is there we have to handle it properly. Okay, so if I say handling it, we have to use the try catch block. Okay, so we have to wrap this entire thing, as I said, our code we have to wrap it inside the try block. Okay, so let's say try block and I'll paste it inside this, and as we have used try block we have to use the catch block to see the errors. Okay, so this is the error and here I'll log the error. Okay, so err I'll prefer to use. If you want you can use directly error as well. It will not going to change anything. Okay, so let's bring back this and let's run it. Now let's see how exactly this will work. Okay, so 36 our file and you see it's saying only numbers are accepted. Okay, let's try to provide a number only. Let's see what will be the result of it. 36, and you see if I provide number it's saying sum of a comma b, a and b is 7. Okay, so it is working properly, but you see let's create the error again. So if I run this again, it will say only numbers are accepted. Okay, but here in this condition it's not saying where the error is coming from. It's just only showing the name, like the string, the custom error only it's showing. We want to know where exactly the error is coming from the try catch block. Okay, so in that condition what we can do is we can use error class. Okay, so here let me remove this. So here after throw space error, okay, this class we can use, and inside this we can provide our string. Okay, so this is our string. So what it does is it will take the string, that's the error, and it will allow us to throw that error perfectly, like how exactly the errors are coming from the other side, right? It will show you where exactly what is the line number and why it caused and all those kind of things. It will going to include it. Okay, instead of just throwing a string. Okay, so let's see how exactly it works now. Okay, so let me run the file and now you see it's showing properly. So it said error only numbers are accepted, and it's showing like line number also like 40, 19, and like this it show everything. Okay, so we can see the error properly now. So this is how we can create our own rule and we can throw the exceptions. Okay. Yes. So this is about exception handling in JavaScript. So in this video, we saw like what is try block and what is catch block. Also, we saw what is finally block. Okay. And at the end, we saw like how we can create our custom rules and throw the errors. Okay. Using the throw keyword. And yes, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you find it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and give it a like. I'll be back with more content in the next video. Thank you.